Hello everyone. Let us discuss the grouping of cells. Grouping the cells in parallel. In a parallel combination of cells, all the positive terminals of the cell are connected together and the negative terminals of the cells are connected together. We know that in a parallel circuit, the voltage remains constant and the current rating is additive. Also, the resistance values decrease. Assuming two 1.5 volt cells with an internal resistance of 0.2 are connected in parallel across a lamp, let the other resistance or external resistance of the circuit be 1 ohm. As the voltage in the parallel circuit remains the same throughout the circuit, total voltage of the circuit will be 1.5 volts. The equivalent value of the parallel connected resistance can be found by using the following formula. 1 upon R is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. We are going to find the internal resistance. It can be written as 1 upon R is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. Substitute the corresponding value of internal resistance in the formula. 1 upon R is equal to 1 upon 0.2 plus 1 upon 0.2. 1 upon R is equal to 5.5, 1 upon R is equal to 10. So it becomes R is equal to 1 upon 10, R is equal to 0.1. The total internal resistance is 0.1 ohm. The external resistance of the circuit is 1 ohm. So the total resistance of the circuit becomes 1.1 ohms. Current is found by using the Ohm's law formula. I is equal to V upon R. Substitute the voltage and the resistance in the formula. I equal to 1.5 by 1.1. So I is equal to 1.36 amps. Measure the current using ammeter by connecting series to the circuit. Here, there are two branches of the circuit, so there will be two currents, I1 and I2. Since two branches have the same values, the total current I is divided equally as I1 and I2. So it can be written as I is equal to I1 plus I2. I upon 2 is equal to 1.36 upon 2. So the currents I1 and I2 are 0.68 and 0.68 amps respectively. Ensure the above values by connecting two ammeters, each at two branches in series. Let us discuss another example. Assume a circuit has four cells connected in parallel V1, V2, V3 and V4. Each cell consists of 2.5 volts with an internal resistance of 0.5 ohms is connected across the resistive load of 5 ohms. The total voltage across the circuit is 2.5 volts due to parallel connections. Connect a voltmeter across the circuit and note the reading of the voltage. To find the total internal resistance R, use 1 upon R is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3 plus 1 upon R4. Substitute the values of internal resistance. 1 upon R is equal to 1 upon 0.5 plus 1 upon 0.5 plus 1 upon 0.5 plus 1 upon 0.5. 1 upon R is equal to 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. 1 upon R is equal to 4. R is equal to 1 upon 4. R is equal to 0.25 ohms. Internal resistance of 0.25 ohms. The external resistance of the circuit is 5 ohms. We obtain the total resistance by adding internal resistance and external resistance of 0.25 and 5 ohms respectively. So, the total resistance of the circuit becomes 5.25 ohms. To find the resistance, substitute the values of voltage and resistance in the formula. I is equal to V upon R. I is equal to 2.5 upon 5.25. I is equal to 0.47 amps. The total current of the circuit is 0.47 amps. Because current values are additive, they flow through each branch. Let's calculate the current through each branch. Here, the circuit consists of 4 branches and each branch has the same value of resistance, so the current flowing through each branch will be the same. By simply dividing the total current by the number of branches, we can obtain the branch currents. As a result, the branch currents 1 upon 4 is equal to 0.47 upon 4 is equal to 0.11 amps, I1 I2, I3, I4 equal to 1 upon 4 equal to 0.47 upon 4 equal to 0.11 amps. So the current through all branches is equal to 0.11 amps. Connect the ammeters in series, each one at all branches, and verify with calculated current values. Suppose the circuit consists of 5 branches, divide the total current by 5 to get the branch currents. Let us discuss the combination of series and parallel connections of cells. Assume there are 4 branches of a circuit. 4 branches are connected in parallel with each other. Each branch consists of 3 cells. The circuit is made up of 12 cells, each with a voltage of 2 volts, an internal resistance of 0.2 ohm, and a load resistance or external resistance of 12 ohm. Let's calculate the output voltage that exists across the load. The voltage that exists across branch 1 is 6 volts since all the 3 cells are connected in series. This occurs in the same way for the other 3 branches because all the branches have the same number of cells with the same values of voltage. Measure the calculated voltage by connecting a voltmeter parallel to the circuit. Since the branches are connected in parallel, 6 volts remain the same throughout the circuit. It also exists across this load since the load is connected in parallel across the circuit. Let's discuss the resistance. First, let us calculate the internal resistance. In all branches, the cells are connected in series, but the branches are connected in parallel. At branch 1, 3 internal resistances of 0.2 ohm each are in series. Hence, the total resistance is 0.6 ohm. The same resistance occurs across all branches. Now, each branch consists of 0.6 ohms as internal resistance. To find the total internal resistance, substitute the values of internal resistance from each branch into the formula since the branches are connected in parallel. I upon R is equal to I upon R1 plus I upon R2 plus I upon R3 plus I upon R4. I upon R is equal to 1 upon 0.6 plus 1 upon 0.6 plus 1 upon 0.6 plus 1 upon 0.6. IR is equal to 1.66 plus 1.66 plus 1.66 plus 1.66. I upon R is equal to 6.64. R is equal to 1 upon 6.64. R is equal to 0.15 ohm. So, we get the total internal resistance R of the circuit as 0.15 ohms. Now add the internal resistance and external resistance 0.15 and 12 ohms respectively to get the total resistance. From these, the total resistance of the circuit is 12.15 ohm. Substitute it in the formula I is equal to V by R to get the total current value. I equal to 6 by 12.5. The total current is 0.5 amps. Ensure the value with an ammeter. Divide the current by 4 to get branch currents. Since the circuit consists of 4 branches, 0.5 by 4 is equal to 0.125 amps. 0.125 amp is the current of amps that flows through each branch. Connect the ammeters, each one at each branch in series, and ensure all the ammeters reads 0.125 amperes of current. From this video session, I hope you will understand the grouping of the cells and will be able to do it. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.